Finally, I've got my hands on the X-T2 for longer than 2 minutes. So let's have a quick look at it. There she is, absolute beauty. If you've used the X-T1, you know what you're dealing with, but this obviously comes with a few massive upgrades. Let's just have a look around the body first of all, so you can see what it's like if you haven't used one before. 3 dials along the top, ISO, shutter speed, and your exposure compensator. There's a difference there. Not only does it go to +3 and -3, but I think it's effectively plus or minus 5 you access via that C there. The X Pro 2 also has that, as you can imagine. There's a dial there to go through your different modes, your high speed, low speed, single, brackets, etc. On this side you've got another little dial there, which actually once you get it around there is a bit awkward, but now you can switch between metering modes. Possibly not the easiest one, but you're not going to be moving that around too much. Function button on the top there. Looking at the back, you've got an AF lock, AE lock, a dial there which also doubles up as a button, play, bin, quick menu, your D-pad, which for those of you that were a bit concerned about it not being raised up enough and went crazy with the Subaru, that's now a lot easier to use. And you've got a display back there. Of note, there's a joystick on the back, which I found with the X Pro 2 makes selecting your AF points a lot easier, a lot quicker. Of course, you've got the articulated screen, which might be one of the reasons you've come for the X-T2 over the X Pro 1, but this has, if I can do this correctly, a little switch, so you've got that angle as well. I really do love the tilt screens. Let's flip over to this side and see what we have here. Finally, a 3.5mm jack at last. Brilliant. HDMI, mini USB, and actually I need to check this, but is that the mic and that's the microphone? Because if that's the mic down there, I'm not happy about that. I'm going to assume that's the headphone jack, but let's have a look on the other side, which should be just the card slot. So another new feature which is bringing the pros across. Dual card slots, SD card slots, and they'll take your fastest SD card slots. When we do the full-on review of this, we'll go into a bit more detail about that. On the bottom there, your battery door, which is actually nice and secure. There's your battery in there. It takes the 126, but also the new 126S, which moderates it better, especially when you're using your 4K video, which, well, I've just told you, which you didn't, if you didn't already know, this thing shoots 4K at 30 frames per second. Brilliant. Also, continuous shooting mode is 14 frames per second, or in mechanical mode 11 frames per second. Absolutely fantastic. This would be my favorite body if I owned it. That's if I don't steal this one first. We better hide the serial number so you can't see that I took it from Calumet. I think I've said that a bit too many times now, so I don't really steal stuff, if I'm honest. But this is very exciting. I know some people hate this, but I'm going to show you the sensor. Whoop. I know people get really panicky about that for some bizarre reason, but that's actually, I'm going to do it because, you know, let's run the risk. This isn't an extreme sport, but that's the latest CMOS Pro sensor, the X-Trans 3. It's a 24.3 megapixel sensor, so really fantastic. I love the X-T1 and I'm guaranteed to love this. This will be mine very soon. So let us know what you think of this. I'm going to be reviewing this very shortly. Calumet are going to be putting one in my hands to take out and shoot. So let us know. Subscribe below and get involved in the conversation. Thanks for watching. I'm off not to steal this.